Um, so one other thing I want to try here to maybe add some visual, distinction, because instead of having like a million trees just lying one after the other, that looks kind of weird to me, honestly. So we already did the transparency, tile here, but we also have this black tile on that. Literally is just a black tile if you want black space on your map. So you can see, because these are they have black in the background of them essentially. One thing you can do here is just kind of, instead of the tree auto tile, you can just do black, and then you'll notice I'm actually going to do it here, and it's going to mess up the tree a little bit, but that's okay, because we go back into B and we click on this and we can have the tree show up again. So you can help to make it a little bit more realistic looking, where you wouldn't necessarily have a tree trunk every single spot right in a row, straight in a line. It's a little bit strange to do it that way, I think. But with this, you can actually block out some of this stuff. And then see that it looks a little more unusual, unique, whatever. And then I'll show you one other trick you can do here, is if you take one, actually that didn't undo that. It's not a good one to show for an example, but just say you do this and this. Now see, that just reduced it to just a single tile of this, and so it looks a little shorter. But then what you can do is take this green forest tile and bring it further out, and now you have some depth here, to where it looks like maybe these are a little bit shorter than the other ones, a little bit shorter tree trunks. And you can also, a simpler way to do that is just click on this, and you can also just click here, and it will automatically do that without having to do the the black part in there necessarily. So that's another way you can kind of play around with it a little bit, just to offer some variance to how it looks. And you may like the way that looks, you may not like the way that looks at all, and it's up to you how you want to do it. You may want to just have it all like this, and maybe just having the shorter ones is enough variety for you to where it looks okay, and you fill in with the taller ones, however you want to do it. I'm going to actually undo that, so we've got some little spots in there. Now the only bad thing about that, using just the pure black ones, as you can see here, it's kind of a direct transition, just like how we were seeing before with those sand tiles, where they didn't have a nice little transition, versus the roots and things, they have like a little bit grassy area at the roots and base of the tree, so it looks a little more natural. But it's one of those things where it's not so bad. You can work with it. Maybe you put a tree in the way like we do here, and then you don't notice it, or something like that. But it's another thing you can do to kind of make it look a little more interesting, where there's maybe some gaps. And who knows what's back in there? There's who knows what. It's a really dark, deep, dense forest, and it's got some trees and that sort of thing. Let me actually do that and see how that looks pretty good. Offers a little more variety. I want to see how it looks like with that. Yeah, okay, see, that doesn't really look that good. You could try it, but it kind of loses its sense of depth there and height and things when you pull it all the way down. But I just wanted to see what it did. So yeah, there we go. So we can leave that there, and that just shows you what another auto tile is. How you would use it and everything.